Hey guys, what's going on? It's King Clutch here, and today guys, we're back in the NBA 2K21, and today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you guys how you can create a Kawhi Leonard build here in NBA 2K21. Now this is a great build you guys can have here in 2K21. Now real quick, I'm just going to preface something. So I've messed around with this build quite a bit, tried to come up with the best possible solution. So I was thinking, obviously, make this build a small forward. Kawhi is a small forward. I'm going to talk about this, and I'm actually going to go back to this. So realistically, small forwards would make sense. But to me, it's like this year, you can make a point guard up to 6'8". So you might as well go point guard. You can make the build taller, and you get more badges making it a point guard rather than a small forward. So I'm going to go with the point guard just for that reason. I know Kawhi is a small forward. We're going to make the build the same height either way. So I'm just going to go with point guard so we can get more badges. So we're going to go ahead and hit continue on that. For this pie chart, you would think like, okay, defense shooting is what you want to go with. So this pie chart's good, but I'm like, you don't get any Hall of Fame shooting badges, so why go with this? That's my opinion. I'm like, why? It doesn't help you because you're not getting those Hall of Fame shooting badges. Then I'm like, go defense and shooting. This is a good option too, but then I'm like thinking about this more. I'm like, why don't I go defense and playmaking? This build can eventually get contact dunks, which is amazing, which is something you'd want with this build. This build, you obviously can't get contact dunks. Your shooting stats are going to be a little bit better, but to me, I'm like, you can fix that around with badges. Now, really, that comes down to what you want. This build can play make and defend. This build can defend and shoot, but this build can also drive to the rim a little bit better than this one. So if shooting is your big thing, go with this one, but if not, I'd say more a well-rounded build, go with this defense and playmaking build, so I'm going to go with this. Now for the physical profile, you can go pure speed, that is an option. Speed and vertical is a pure option, or just balanced in general. I feel like balance is a really good choice just because that helps out your strength. Kawhi's pretty strong, so he definitely has that strength to his advantage. But again, you could definitely go vertical and speed if you'd like, but I'm just going to go balance just so we get that +9 to our strength. I feel like that's pretty important, so we're going to go with that. When it comes to the potential, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade our close shot, our driving layup, our driving dunk. You can upgrade your standing dunk if you want. We can leave this right here at a 41 to give us 10 finishing badges, and then when we do the shooting, you can go ahead and upgrade all of these if you'd like. That's going to put you at 11. Now really, you can tank this a little bit. I'm going to leave this at 9. We'll just leave it there for now. You can get up to 11 if you'd like, but we'll just leave it at 9. I'm going to upgrade my pass accuracy, my ball handle all the way to give me 20 playmaking badges. Go ahead and upgrade my defensive rebound, my steal, my lateral quickness, my perimeter D. Now, with this is what you can do with this is you can completely lower this post fade if you're fine with having 7 badges, and then you can upgrade your perimeter D all the way to give yourself 19 of those defensive badges, but you can also lower this pass accuracy down a little bit if you want to get that up to 20. I feel like that's something you may want to do. Right here, I feel like this is probably the best balance, which is going to give you 10 finishing, 8 shooting, 20 playmaking, and 19 defensive badges. I wish you could get up to 2 more shooting badges, but you're going to have to lower your defensive badges, and I feel like defensive badges is something you want with this build. So I feel like this is the best overall well-rounded thing we can do with this build, so we're going to go with this. Now for the body shape, again, this doesn't really matter. I'm going to go with built, but you can pick whatever you'd like. I'm going to go with a 6'7" height, so that's the thing with this. It's going to lower a lot of my speed and things, but we'll get that 6'7" height. We're going to get that boost to our height. It's also going to boost our driving dunk up to a 78 there, so we're going to go with this. Now for the weight, I'm going to actually take this up. So if you look here, the base right here at 202, when you take it up to 204, you're getting a 63 strength. You can go even higher. You can get up to a 65 strength. And not lose anything, so we'll go to 210, and that way we're going to get that strength boost up to a 65 and not lose anything. You can go 209 or 210. Either of those work. I would say max this out so you're able to get contact dunks. I feel like that's very important. You want to have that big arm, those long arms to play good defense and also slash at the rim. So we're going to go with this max 89-inch wingspan. Again, you don't need to do that, but I feel like for this, you want to get contact dunks as quick as possible, so we're going to go with this. Then you're going to get 3 takeover options: playmaking, lockdown, and slashing. If you guys want to get shot creating take, you need to upgrade all of your shooting stats all of the way, then you can get that option. Kawhi build, I feel like he could take any of these 3, to be honest. I'm going to go lock, but you could definitely go slashing or playmaking, either one. We'll go with this lockdown takeover. Now for this build, we're going to get some whack shades of, because this is a point guard, it's going to be a facilitating finisher. We're going to get shades of John Wall, Penny Hardaway, and Jamal Murray. Now, I know it's not going to say any small forwards because this build isn't a small forward, but I feel like this is how Kawhi plays, guys. So we're going to go with this facilitating finisher build here at this point guard position for this Kawhi Leonard build, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the badges on this build. We're going to go out and test this out. So when it comes to these badges, these 10 finishing badges, I'm going to put contact finisher on gold. I'm going to put relentless on silver, slithery on silver, and then we have 3 left. So really, you don't need to have relentless finisher, but I'm going to put fancy, pro touch, and consistent on bronze. Again, you don't need to use those. I'm going to use them like that, but this is what I would do for these finishing badges, guys. Now, when it comes to these shooting badges, range 10, I'm going to throw on gold. I'm going to put difficult shots on silver. Catching corner, I'm going to both put on bronze, and I'm going to put Deadeye on bronze. Now, again, I wish we had more shooting badges. You can get up to 11, I think, if you want to lower your defensive badges, but I feel like those are pretty important. So I'm going to use this for my shooting badges. Now, for these playmaking badges, I'm going to put handles for days on gold, quick first step on gold, space creator on gold. I'm going to put bailout on bronze so we're able to get, pass out animations, especially that will definitely help out. I'm going to put tight handles up to silver. The rest of these, really, if you want, you can throw floor general on this build. That is definitely an option, but again, you don't need to do that. If you have somebody else that has more playmaking badges than you, you're fine. Dimer is something you could use. Downhill, especially to give you a boost in transition, that's an option. So I'll put that up to bronze, and I'm also going to put post spin technician on bronze because with this build, we're going to be doing moves in the post. So we're going to want that. So, I mean, it's not like post moves are going to be our main thing, but with this build, you're going to be doing some moves in the post. I'm also going to put Dimer on bronze, and then we'll just throw Unpluckable up to silver. You could use Dream Shake too if you wanted, if you want to do moves in the post, but if you're not going to do things in the post, you don't need that. Break Starter could work too if you would like, but this is what I'm going to do for these playmaking badges, guys. Now, for these defensive badges, Intimidator I'm going to put on Hall of Fame, Clamps I'll put on silver, Chase Down on bronze. I'm going to put Interceptor on bronze, Pickpocket on bronze. I'm going to put Box for these animations, Worm for the animations, Pogo Stick for the animations, and then really what you can do is I'm going to put Rim Protector up this gold. You can put this higher. Now really this comes down to how you want to play this. You could do a lot more post centered badges like Worm and Box. You don't necessarily have to use those, but you could use like post move lockdown if you're going to be playing in the post. But again, you don't need that, and you can use clamps, higher up clamps if you're going to be playing perimeter D. It just matters who's on your team and who you're playing with. I feel like that's important. But again, you can swap that however you'd like. Now, I'm going to put Brick Wall on silver, and I'm going to put Rebound Chaser on silver. So that's what I'm going to do for these defensive badges. You could intertwine these. It really depends how you're going to be playing on this build. Like, if you're going to run this at the 1 or the 2, that would make a difference on what defensive badges. I would say probably get rid of Box and Worm then. But this is what I'm going to do for these defensive badges. Like, I would say you'd probably run this at the 2. But this is how you guys can create a Kawhi Leonard build here in NBA 2K21. Overall, this is a great Kawhi Leonard build. It could be point guard, small forward, shooting guard, wherever you'd like it. But if you guys have not yet, please subscribe to the channel for more NBA 2K21 videos. Anyways, guys, I've been King Clutch here. Have a great rest of your day, and peace out, guys. Thanks.